Hey, my name's David Bowden with Spoken Gospel here in Oklahoma City, and we're here to talk about one of my favorite verses in Galatians. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then, and do not let yourselves be burdened once again by the yoke of slavery. And Paul wrote this letter to the church in Galatia to combat those who were saying that the Old Testament law is what saves you. The problem was, no one could obey this law perfectly. So instead of gaining life by trying to keep the law, all people could earn was death. Everyone who tries to earn their salvation by works is like a slave, Paul says. They can't be free from the power of sin and death. And this is descriptive of all of us apart from Jesus. We can't do enough. We are enslaved to sin and death if all we have is our works. That is the curse brought about by the law. But Paul says earlier in this letter that Jesus became the curse for us by dying on the cross. He took the curse of death we deserved so that he could give us the blessing of life that we could never earn. This is the freedom Paul is talking about in our passage. Freedom from death, freedom from sin, freedom from trying to earn our salvation. Christ has died to set us free by dying in our place. But so many of us run back to slavery. We doubt our standing with God when we sin, and we think we earn our standing with God when we do what is right. But if you trust that Jesus has saved you by dying in your place, you have been set free. So stand firm. Your position with God is guaranteed because of what Christ has done for you. Now, that doesn't mean that you can just live however you want. Paul goes on to tell the Galatians that they have been given the Holy Spirit to help them actually obey God's will. That's something the law could never do before. And so we are not saved by our obedience, but we are saved to be obedient. So rejoice in your freedom. Rejoice in what Jesus has earned for you. And I want you to stand firm in his grace and follow him by the Spirit out of love.